Hola! And I don't even speak Spanish. Guys, self-confidence. Stay with me until the end of this video because I'm gonna tell you how I was faking a self-confidence most of my life and how people will always be surprised when I told them I'm actually not that confident. Ha! That was good. Okay, so if you are here for first time, I welcome you from the bottom of my heart on this channel, on this podcast. My name is Ania Makowska, and I am teaching here how to grow your awareness and narrow your focus so you can start taking actions that are aligned with your desires. On this channel, I speak about personal development and spirituality, and I hope that you have a beautiful experience being here and you love your journey. Now, back to self-confidence. So, why do we really need self-confidence, right? If you ever been in a place in your life that you wanted something, but you couldn't for some reason move towards to it, like you had that feeling in your tummy, tight feeling in your tummy, or your shoulders crunched, or maybe many negative thoughts, you know how it feels to do not be confident and how to do not feel your desires. So literally what we need that for is to move our body towards our desires. And this action step in manifestation is absolutely very important. Now, many coaches teach us nowadays, which is great because that's the way, or that's the part of the manifestation they teach, that you have to visualize and you have to do your meditation and you have to, be in that spiritual connection with yourself and with the future, which is fantastic and amazing. However, when you've been stuck in that pattern, if you've been reading many books, if you have been doing course after course, but you're still not seeing the results, you're still not moving towards your desire, your body towards your desires, that means that you are missing that piece, action. Why you're not taking actions? Because you don't have the confidence to do it. You don't have the self-confidence to do it, right? Of course, it's built based on faith of that you have your desires already achieved, that you have someone behind your back covering you anytime you fall, which is universe. No, it's not your mother. No, it's not your partner. It's not your friend. It's the universe. You have the faith in that higher power. Absolutely. That is first and foremost the most important thing. That's how you build the self-confidence. However, I've been there. I had the faith, and I've stuck in a wrong way of getting into the action. That was huge for me when I realized it, because I realized actually after years. So for many years I have heard from people, oh, this is so confident, you've made that meeting so comfortable, like everyone felt so good. And that was good. That was great. Oh, I can actually see the battle of my baby on the table. Mother. I am a mother on a personal level, and that's what happens. Anyway, so back to confidence. I could pretend I was faking it. I was, oh my God, stressed out so much. So the fake self-confidence, for me anyway, was the state of fake it until you make it. And that wasn't a great state. You've probably heard the saying many times, and even before I was teaching this way, but now I actually don't believe it's the right way to do it. I believe that you have to become the person you want to be. You actually have to become before you are, instead of fake it until you make it. So let me go back to my story there. So I was doing, on the beginning of my first business, I was doing the networking events, and I'd be very confident, my posture will be always up, but that was literally happening with 5 minutes before I walked into the room. Before that, I'd be so stressed and I'd be so nervous, and my tummy would be, making funny sounds, and I'd be sitting in the car thinking, like, Jesus, how's that gonna be? How's that gonna be? And And the second I was making the decision, when I was going through the door into the event, I was saying to myself, hi, I'm Ania, and I own this and that company. And I was very confident. However, that was outside only. But inside my mind, I had such a mess, such a chaos. The amount of thoughts I was going through my mind all the time, I couldn't focus on anyone else, which was so bad, right? So I was thinking actually literally of me all the time, or most of the time. So I was faking that confidence outside, but inside I was mess. And I don't want you to be like that, I'm telling you, because that's what easily can happen. And that's not the way to go. Now, also, that was the networking events. Also, I was exactly like that on my first dates. I was going on the, dating times and wherever I was going on the dates, and always the guys were saying like, "Geez, you're so confident, and you've made it so easy," and da 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 da. And I wasn't making it easy for me. I was making it easy for them, because I was pretending that I was confident. And I don't want you to make that mistake neither. I want you to become the person before you actually act as one. Don't fake it until you make it. Well, if it helps, it helps. And of course, everyone gets at the saying differently. So it's okay if it works for you. It didn't really work for me. So what was my first step to build that true self-confidence? You have a hint there. This is actually answer to the question. Being true to yourself. Accepting yourself for who you really are. And I mean on a soul level, on a spiritual level. But also, I mean on a physical level. The way you look right now. You might be rude and mean to your own body sometimes. And it didn't deserve it. And it's not gonna help you. It's not gonna relax in stressful moments easily, because you've abused it many times before, and you don't want to do this. You want to be integrated with your body. You want to love your body the way it is right now. It's not its fault. If you're not happy with it, it's not its fault that it looks like it looks. It's up to you and your actions, right? So be true to yourself. Work on that truth. Know who you really are and how much power you have within. Now, action is hugely important. Now, how do you take action when you build in the confidence? Okay? I think actually confidence, you've been born with that one skill. I think it's a skill. I think you can work on it. You've been born with it. And I mean, now look, when you were born, you had the confidence in your surroundings that they're gonna look after you. You didn't think, you just had the confidence. You had the confidence when you were, taking your first steps. When you've fallen, you said, okay, one more time, off we go. And one more time, off we go. And you dropped and you get up. And you were confident that you're gonna do it anyway, no matter what. The only thing is, what happened to you is other people. Your parents, with full love and respect to them. Teachers. People who, consciously or not, were shutting down your confidence by using the wrong words. They didn't know it's okay. Let's leave them alone. Let them leave them for their own life, like, you know what I mean? You're not gonna get into that, stuff that it's their fault. No. Now you are an adult and you take responsibility for your confidence. So if you're watching this, well done, congratulations, because you're about to change your life. You're gonna become the most confident person you've ever seen before, right? Now, so how to do it with the action piece? So what you do is you take in small action steps. So let's say right now, maybe you feel a little bit lonely. Maybe you feel like, you would love to be surrounded by other people, maybe some community, maybe a couple of friends, but you actually feel alone because, you just don't have those people around you, and you sit there and you're unhappy because of that reason. What do you need to do? Yes, you need to do. You have to take small steps to change your current circumstances. So I would say, yes, online is fantastic. Go build your community or join communities online. That's fantastic. However, let's do the physical. Let's get the energy in from our movement of the body, because our energy has to be moving. It needs to escape the body. So we need to go and do, right? Okay, so instead of going for a huge event or huge parties, to your friends, and when you feel really uncomfortable, take smaller steps. Maybe, let's say, join a charity, become a volunteer, or maybe let's go for a socializing event, or there are people like yourself there, or maybe join some sort of group, like, I don't know, hiking group, something to do with other people, but with no pressure. And you don't go to that event thinking like, oh my God, I'm gonna meet so many people and I'm gonna make so many connections and this and that. No, just go there first. Don't expect. Be joyful that you're about to meet other people, but don't expect anything. If you meet one person, if you shake one person's hand on that event, on that gig, wherever, you'll be successful. Now you have to keep practicing. So your self-confidence doesn't build after one event. You have to keep doing this. You've probably been stuck in your own head for long enough to do not see any other options. But now when you open in your mind, you want to take small steps. And you want to take them consistently. Now, I'm talking action, which is always third step to manifesting anything you want. The second one, I'm going back. It's because this piece is super, super important in a matter of getting self-confidence back, or just becoming self-confident. So the second part is to feel that feeling of being confident before you actually go and do that action. So how do you do that? You use your mind, your beautiful mind, guys. You use it. So you visualize yourself in those socializing situations, in those situations that you would love to be, but for now it's too difficult for you, for example, to go and join those groups or wherever. So what you do is you imagine, but you not imagine with the visions of the past, for example, or the scenarios that you're unhappy there, or oh, I will be so conscious, and my anxiety can come up and this and that. No, don't imagine this. Why would you do that? Imagine the way you would love to see it. You have that power. You don't have to go anywhere. You have that absolute power to imagine how would you love this experience to be. So when you imagine this experience, you start being engaged emotionally, and be much easier for you to take that action. it'll be so much easier for you to take that action. And that is how you become self-confident. Well, don't expect me to, guarantee you the changes overnight or week. Don't. But keep practicing. Get back to me after, let's say, 90 days of regular meetings of other people, once a week or once in 2 weeks, let's say, on the beginning. Wherever it is, it doesn't matter. Guys, this is so good. This is so beautiful. Now, also make sure that you picking and choosing things that you really love, that you really resonate with. And you can ask yourself a couple of questions before you choose and pick things you want to join and, people you want to talk to. Like this question would be, what really makes me happy? Or what activity makes me happy? What gives me wings? Right? So it comes down then to really knowing yourself. And the very first thing I told you is to be true with yourself. And guys, there is a link somewhere under the video probably to watch a video with super powerful questions that you should be asking yourself often to get to know yourself better, to start living happy life, fulfilled life, to get self-confidence back, to start becoming true to yourself and no one else. Because when you're true to yourself, really, when you know, you absolutely, your confidence goes like that. You don't even think of it. Trust me, that's what I am right now. I am true to myself and no bother on me any video, right? Anything, because I know I work in integration of my heart. Loads of love. Have a beautiful day. Let me know in the comments, how did you get on? Did you go to any events? Did you join any groups? Did you take any actions yet? And did you check out the video below with the powerful question you should be asking yourself if you want to build that confidence?